I have never felt so poor in my entire life. They are politely calling me poor right now. I feel very attacked. Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special reaction as usual because we are going back into the world of Miss Heart Evangelista. If you're new around this channel, you should know that I am obsessed with Heart Evangelista. I think that her videos are so entertaining, so interesting, because we get to see things that we are not able to afford, you know what I'm saying? So thank you, sister, for sharing. But most of all, I like her because of her personality, how humble she is, how caring, how giving, how much of an overall great human being she is. But on top of that, don't get it twisted, she's an actress, a model, a businesswoman, an influencer. What else? Did I mention a queen? Anyways, you get the point. I honestly feel like there is such a big misconception about who Heart Evangelista is just because of the fact that she comes from a rich family. And also a lot of people associate her with the film Crazy Rich Asians, which, to be honest, I can see the rich and the Asian part of it, but I don't see the crazy anywhere. So a lot of you asked me to review this segment that was published over 2 years ago by Harper's Bazaar, and it's titled "These Are the Real Crazy Rich Asians," or whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't know what to expect, but to be honest, let's just give it a chance. Let's see what they have to offer. This video has a lot of views, so I'm guessing that there is some shock value within the video. Let's find out, shall we? If you enjoy my reaction, don't forget to leave a like on this video so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section what did you think about today's video and what do you want to see next. Alright my friends, so without further ado, let's get into today's reaction. I really hope that you enjoy it.
Be strong.
Look at the
There's
jewels.
always existed in
Girls.
Asia these hidden invisible fortunes and people who spend millions of dollars a year on the finest things in life, but do it totally under the radar.
Under the radar?
It's based in reality, about 150%.
Look at Heart. Oh my god, she's so beautiful.
Couture Week in Paris is
Work, mama.
We're talking about dresses that start in the tens of thousands and go up to the millions, and only about 2,000 women in the world can afford to dress this way. I was lucky enough to spend Couture Week in Paris with some truly stylish insiders.
Oh my god. Okay, y'all gonna tell me I'm biased, but Heart Evangelista, I just cannot take my eyes off her. She's so beautiful. And I'm not saying that the other women are not beautiful, but there's something about her, you know, I have a soft spot, you know, I'm weak. I wanted to address what the guy was saying earlier. Do you guys think that there's any truth to that? You know, the fact that there are these families in Asia that have so much money but that they live under the radar. I don't know to what extent it's true and to what extent it's kind of like a myth. If you know more about that, then let me know, please.
Heart Evangelista.
Heart Evangelista?
She's really the darling of the Philippines. She's one of the most acclaimed actresses.
A queen.
She's also a really gifted artist. She's had amazing museum shows in
The handbags, yeah. Yep.
Hi!
So here we are.
Look at the shows
And then
though.
there's the Yo sisters, Michelle and Rachel, who are so much wiser than their years. They grew up in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
I have to look them up, honestly. I don't know who they are, but
Thank you for organizing yours.
I'm sure they got money.
We're so excited. No, we're so excited.
Yeah, it's like a last minute surprise. It's like, oh, I get to come with you guys.
I guess that's part of Fashion Week.
Yeah,
Everything
everything
is
happens at the
always
last minute.
Exactly.
Wow.
Beiping Chang is this dynamo. She, I think, was raised
don't know,
partially
huh?
in Sydney and in Singapore. She now makes Hong Kong her home, where she's become one of the most important fashion influencers in Asia.
It's always
Good
nice
for her.
coming back to Fashion Week and you join your fashion family and see everybody. It's always a nice little reunion.
Can you imagine like attending one of these shows? Must be so spectacular. They
I
are
don't
so
think
lucky.
Americans, for the most part, really understand how this level of Asian women shop.
Okay, let me talk about that. Honestly, I don't think we do understand it. In American culture, we tend to believe that Asian people are very smart about their money. I don't know if it's something about the philosophy, the way that Asians think about money, but I feel like Asians are a lot more responsible when it comes to money, how they manage it, and thinking about the future. But in the opposite end, Americans tend to work a lot, to spend a lot of money, They live in the now, in the present, and unfortunately, not a lot of people think about the future.
I see something come down the runway. I know in my gut and in my heart that it's meant to be. I think that connection makes everything more special.
Everything's really about this private experience.
I can't relate
Couture
to
itself
it.
was made to make the client feel special. It's made for you.
Go to these very
That's true though, you pay for the
fittings.
experience.
But then also there are jewelry showings and jewelry parties where they meet jewelers and select stones and really be in that world of helping to create what they buy. So the spending is on a whole other level.
I really wanted
Can you imagine like going to a runway show for like a famous designer, you know, something that most people cannot afford, and not only being in that room, but also knowing that you're gonna take home some of those pieces and you're gonna have private fittings, and then you can select your own jewelry, customize it. I have never felt so poor in my entire life. They are politely calling me poor right now. I feel very attacked. Shout out, I'm just being a drama queen. Let's keep watching.
seams, and the seamstresses are the real heroes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's true.
It's so nice to see where all the materials and all the embroidery comes from before it gets to the runway. Like Lesage, I'm in love with. Like the embroidery is just so beautiful, and like all the shoes for Chanel is like made in Massaro. Couture is really special because it celebrates the highest level of craftsmanship and creativity.
It's actually like buying art. Like,
Yeah,
it's really
literally.
art, and it's
Couture
like
is wearable art. And
Exactly.
like, if you can put it on yourself, why not?
They're only about
I mean, yes, I get it, but at the same time, it's something that most people cannot relate to. I get the whole paying for quality, paying for art, paying for the experience of it, but most people don't have that luxury. You know what? I'm actually happy that I have watched other Heart Evangelista videos in the past because I feel like I know her values a little bit, how she thinks and how she functions, and I don't feel like so far this video is portraying her under the right light. She values everything as if it was art, as a piece of her collection, but she stays humble at all times. And I feel like the humble part is a little bit of what we might be missing on this video, but hey, it's Harper's Bazaar and it's titled Crazy Rich Asians. They won the shock value and this is what they're giving us.
15 haute couture designers in the world because the standards are so high. Each one of them is personally appointed by the Chambre Syndicale Haute Couture. These dresses go from the runway to a one-of-a-kind custom-fit piece. So when these women are buying a gown, they know they are literally buying a piece of history.
You have an appointment and then you just get to try on all these beautiful clothes and
Wow.
decide which piece you want.
even just going to fittings or like when you're attending shows and they're like there putting dresses on you. It's just so fun.
On average, we do sort of 3 fittings because I think my body changes
3
during that
fittings.
time anyways.
What are the shows you're looking forward to?
Definitely John Bautista Valley tonight. He's my favorite, as you know. So
He did your wedding dress,
Yes,
right?
he did.
Yeah. What was the process like?
I came to Paris a year before my wedding. At first, I was only going to do one dress, and then in the end, you know, evolved into 2 very different dresses, which was great because the main dress, you know, was a big tool.
Wow, that's
creation.
beautiful.
And the second one is entirely makeup.
Look at the color. She's a purple angel, y'all. It's been confirmed.
Petals that you pinned like each petal on.
So did he supervise the fittings?
Yeah,
Yeah. So he's very hands-on.
Very hands-on. Yeah, he's really an artist that really cares about his craft. It's such a beautiful, magical
Yeah.
experience.
Even
Mm.
if you don't put it on yourself, like
No,
you
even just looking
archive
at
it,
it,
like,
right.
it's just perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it tells a story of this time when I went
I
to
get that.
Paris.
It's kind of an
I got
investment.
this dress for me when you have your kids. It's something you share and pass on. I'm a collector. I love collecting bags, Birkins specifically, and Kelly's. It's a really good investment.
You do the most beautiful customizing on Birkins, so you paint on them, don't you?
Well,
I mean,
I
when did
do.
that start?
I had a lizard skin Birkin, and it was orange, and I was eating French fries at Chili's.
Oh gosh.
And they had
Ooh.
cheese. Yeah, so
Oh.
I did not notice that it was already under my bag when I brought it home. I tried to clean it. I asked her.
I didn't know that part of the story. Like, I didn't know that's how she
So I
started.
think-
That's so funny.
Why don't I paint on it? But I loved it.
Do you get a sense that you are part of this new generation of sort of fashion influencers?
I
You
don't
go
know
to
if
these
we are
shows?
influencers, and that's the
I
thing.
think you are.
We just enjoy the shows. Because, I mean, we started with our mom originally when we were like 10.
My love for fashion really came from my grandmother. She only ever wore Escada and Chanel. I think anyone
Wow.
that enjoys the beauty in life loves fashion to a certain extent.
That's true. I mean, I can get their point. Honestly, I cannot relate to most of it, but I see where they're coming from. I can understand it. For us, listening to something like this might sound a little crazy. However, when you have the means, when you can afford it, you always want the best that you can get for your money. So when you have this possibility to attend this fabulous, extravagant fashion shows, then get your pieces custom fitted, custom jewelry. You are not just paying for the garment, you are paying for the experience, for the fact that you know that no one else in the world is gonna have the same dress as you, that no one else in the world is gonna have the same fit as you, the same jewelry, because everything is custom made. And at the end of the day, it's kind of a social activity because you go to these events with other people that are on your same background, on your same economical level, let's say, and you know how people are about social recognition, right? So when you implicate yourself in these type of events, you show that you have money, that you're an influencer, that you can afford it, that you are successful. I think it's part of a big influence machine.
You know, there's no other way to put it. They lived these lives of imperial splendor.
Wow. Okay, so that was an interesting video. Definitely for me a different way to discover Heart in a different environment. You know, it's the first time that I see her interacting with other people that are in the same economical level as herself, and it was interesting. It was an experience. They made a lot of valid points about art, about fashion, about getting custom made pieces and the prices that you pay for them. And you know, just because we cannot relate to most of it, I don't think they said anything out of line or dehumanizing for those who cannot afford it. Once again, if anything, we should just be celebrating it, because at the end of the day, these people or their families worked hard to get to the place where they are today. Maybe I should watch the movie Crazy Rich Asians. I never watched it, and my friend Jasmine has recommended it so many times. Girl, I gotta watch the movie. Let me know in the comment section what shocked you the most about this video, and also what do you want to see next time that I make a new video. While you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on my video so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, come here and give me a hug, because that's a little tradition on this channel. Know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me today and spending a few minutes with me. And as usual, until I see you next time, please stay safe, be kind to one another. Sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.